Shalom, Israel. Shalom. 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 Back. Another week, another day here in Babylon. Prophesying, prophecy. I want to start out and give all glory and honor to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Rakah, Quadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders and bishops at Great Millstone. With peace and salutations and peace and mercy to the prophets, the hopeful elect, the 144,000, and to the men and women of the 12 lost tribes of Israel, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians. Shalom. I'll go straight into it, and I'll title this one Global Distress. Global Distress. Call halal Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. Call halal Yimla Allahayanawa Abanawa Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. In the lesson, the global distress, man. We'll go into that today. The heat is on. Or shall I say, because it's cold, we in the winter time right now. It's a cold world. It's a cold world. You better get a coat. But the latest events that are taking place. We got the situation right here in the U.S. The situation right here, because this is where the great destruction, the great deliverance is coming to us right here in the U.S. The U.S., America. This is that great city. This is that place that's spiritually known as Sodom in Egypt. This is the second Egypt spiritually. And this is spiritually the second Sodom and Gomorrah. You see? But this is where that great destruction is coming to, and the great deliverance. Because a good majority, we have Hebrew Israelites, the Lord's people, that are scattered all over the world. They're into every single nation. We have Hebrew Israelites. But a good bulk of the tribes are right here in the Americas. And, we see the Trump administration, they're full-fledged force into this whole immigration crackdown. It ain't going nowhere. It's picking up. But we know, at the end of the day, they're coming after the men of the Lord. They want to come after the prophets, man. And we know this is a part of prophecy. This is a part of Jacob's trouble. They coming after the tribes. They going after the northern kingdom right now, the so-called Hispanic, the Latinos. But we know that the southern kingdom, the so-called Negroes, this is who they coming to. Judah, the Negroes. You're gonna get it the worst, man, because you're the head tribe. We see they're pulling away your resources. There's big changes coming to these programs, these federal aid government programs, man. There's big changes coming. And they're trying to dress it up and and serve it to you all good. They trying to put sugar on top of shit. But we know that RFID, that mark, this is what's coming. This is what's coming. The digital IDs, they coming. This is all leading the road. They're building the foundation. It's all being laid out to bring forth this micro C hit. This is what's coming. Where no man could buy or sell, which is spoken about in Revelation, the 13th chapter. You see? But then, you know, we have the global conflicts that are taking place. We see Russia and Ukraine continue to exchange strikes, air strikes, drone strikes. You know, and they're trying to figure out the whole Trump's in the midst of that, trying to, make peace, and that's not going to work. That's not going to work, because this is not a part of the Lord's will. This is it. This is it. This is that end time signs. So you got negotiations going on over there with Russia and Ukraine, and the Trump administration over there trying to figure it out. In the midst of that, you got the whole situation with the Israelis in Gaza. The Israelis just another strike on Gaza. And these places they've been at war. Russia and Ukraine, they've been at war for over 1,200 days and counting. And then the Israelis and the Palestinians, they've been at war for over 600 days. Then now you got the whole situation with Trump, going into Venezuela, and they have there's a whole thing about that, about his illegal orders and his war crimes that he's doing. Just over there, in the Caribbeans, just striking down boats. They're calling that war crimes right now. He's just, whatever boat that they see in the Caribbeans, he's just striking down. And they're trying to cover it up. They're trying to cover it up, and right along with all of this, because basically Trump is just trampling over the constitutional rights at this point. It's going to be his way or the highway. But you got global economic despair, the economics right now. People needing aid, and you got a whole thing globally, health. Health. This is gonna come down to a big factor, is health. Your health. You see? And all roads lead to this RFID, this micro C hip. You're gonna have to take this in order to have some type of survival. Coming into this new system. Otherwise, you're going to be cut off. You're going to be cut off. No more health, going to the doctors and hospital and seeing the nurse. All that, no, it ain't going to be that, man. But there's a whole situation with health right now. Food, the global demand for food right now is increasing. It's through the roof. It's serious right now, man. The deception, the psychological, the war on your mind. You gotta have this oil in you, man. You got to have this oil in you. You're gonna have to have the word of the Lord in you. It cannot be on you. It's gotta be in you to make it through this, man. because they're just psychologically just mind fucking the people. You cannot be deceived, man. Matter of fact, let me start out with that. I'm just gonna hop right into it, man. We're approaching a time that the world has never ever seen before. Mass homelessness. See, we think it's homeless right now. You wait till they really slash these government, really your housing, your Section 8, your jobs, because you need a job to get money, man. And they're just slashing these jobs. They're making it hard. When they really drop the hammer down to take away, millions and millions and millions of jobs, man. And people can't afford to pay their rent, and they cut down and limit these resources, for help. The homelessness is going to go to a whole another level. This is what's going to take place. I tell you, we're in Revelation the 6th chapter, man, where power was given unto him to take peace from the earth. Who? Esau, Edom, the so-called white folks. The white man who is in rulership, who dictates policy in Congress. Them elites, them so-called Jewish banking families that are in control. Let me go here. This is why we're approaching famine of hearing the words of the Lord. And we know World War III is inevitable, man. The militaries of the world they're getting prepared. And we know World War III is going to take place over there in the so-called Middle East. That's where World War III is going to take place at. And there's a heavy military presence over there in the so-called Middle East right now. The Lord tell you it's his determination to gather the nation's military might and to bring them down there into the valley of Jehoshaphat to plead for his people. Who? The so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians. The Hebrew Israelites, Jacob. The 12 lost sheep, the 12 lost tribes of Israel. Those are his people. This is who it's about. Let me go to Revelation. Revelation. You got to be praying. You got to be watching. More than ever, man, being alert. Because it's just going to get extremely, mentally, psychologically, it's going to get real tough, man. You got to be, the spirit, psychological, your mental got to be right now. A sound mind. And these people out here that ain't got the oil, they're gonna bug out. They're bugging out right now. They're bugging out. People are falling away from this truth, man. There's so much going on, and you gotta keep up. You gotta keep up. You cannot, like in football, you can't fumble. You can't fumble right now, man. Ultimately, this word, this gospel, that means, you can't fall away from this. You cannot fall away from this. Because it's going to get hard, man. It's going to get way harder than what we're going through right now. Revelation 1 and 3. Revelation 1 and 3, and it reads, it says, blessed is he that readeth. See? Blessed is he that readeth, and they that hear the words of this prophecy, and keep those things which are written therein, for the time is at hand. See? It says, blessed is he that readeth, and they that hear the words of this prophecy. Prophecy. Blessed is he that readeth. You gotta read, man. You gotta study. The Lord says, study to show thyself approved. You gotta read. You gotta study. You gotta be watching. You gotta be alert. See? Because when you're reading and studying, you know, and you're praying, the Lord, He sups with you more, man. The Lord, it draw you closer. It draw you closer to the Lord. And this is what we need. This is what we need, you know, to being, you know, drawn in closer to Him, man. What is that? It tell you too. Matter of fact, let me go to that. Let me go to that. What is that? Let me go. What is that? You gotta read. You gotta study. Does it tell you, what is that, is it 22 and 12? It says, I'll go here. Proverbs, Proverbs 12 and 23. Proverbs 12 and 23. It says, a prudent man concealeth knowledge, but the heart of fools proclaimeth foolishness. And this is what we can't indulge into. The foolishness, man. There's a lot of distractions and foolishness that's out here right now in this end. See? Concealing this knowledge, man. It says, it says 24, the hand of the diligent, you got to be diligent in this. You got to be constantly, you know, seeking the Lord, man. Just like I was just saying, the Lord said, blessed he that readeth. This is something that you got to be diligent. Whether you're a teacher, you know, a believer, you know, helper, a friend of the prophet, whatever part of the body that you're in, you have to be diligent in seeking the Lord. You know, if you're not a teacher, you're constantly reading, constantly looking up and listening to the men of Great Millstone, listening to the prophets' lessons, man. The apostles and the elders, constantly listening to lessons, listening to the word. But it says, the hand of the diligent shall bear rule, but the slothful shall be under tribute. See? The hand of the diligent shall bear rule, but the slothful shall be under tribute. So being slothful in this end, it's not gonna cut it, man. The Lord, He wants you hot or cold. You can't have one foot in the world and one foot in the truth. You have to be fully all the way in. You got to be on fire about this truth, man. Diligent, constantly. The apostles always talk about that, man. Rain, heat, cold, storm. It don't matter. Be instant season and out of season, man. Constantly, no matter what. 365 days out the year, constantly seeking the Lord. All the way into the end, man. Constantly. No matter what. No matter what. This is not the time to be into foolishness, bullshit. You got to be serious about this truth right now, because the Lord is there's a sifting, there's a sifting that's going on that the Lord is doing. He's confounding all the fake, all the wicked and liars and phony, starting with our people. He's exposing them. See? He's exposing them, man. And this is why you gotta for yourself, including me, including my own self, I gotta make sure I'm on point, man. Because the Lord the Lord ain't playing around. He's not playing around, man. The Lord not playing around. Matter of fact, let me, damn, what was that, man? Is that, he's not playing around, man. There's a sifting going around. What is that? Yeah, here we go. Acts 20. Acts 20 and Acts 20 and 28, and it reads, it says, take heed unto yourselves. Take heed therefore unto yourselves. This is what we got to do. You got to take it. The Lord, you're going to have to come completely clean, man. And be sincere, and right to get on them chariots, man. The Lord's He's not dealing with no foolishness, no niggerism. He's not dealing with that, man. You gotta put off this old man and become a new creature. Until you humble yourself in the sight of the Lord. It says, this includes myself. It says, take heed therefore unto yourselves and to all the flock. See? And to all the flock. Because, starting with the teachers, the prophets, man, we really got to watch. You speaking His word? You better make sure you're carrying the correct message. See, you better not be misleading the Lord's sheep. That's a huge punishment. That's a big punishment, man. The Lord not playing about that. His sheep are precious. It says, take heed therefore unto yourselves and to all the flock. See, and then you got these some of these Israelite so-called camp leaders and men in Israel, man, preaching this gospel, and they're going off. The captain to Zariox, the Jews from Genesis, Hassad and Akah, they went from telling you that salvation is for Israel. Now they done switched up, and now they're saying salvation is for all nations. They're misleading the flock, man. You're causing confusion. It says, take heed therefore unto yourself. And there's many other ones. Bishop Nate, the dude from HOI, the leader of HOI, priest Sabak, the leader from ISUPK, General Yohana, talking about John the Baptist was never in the truth. It says just a bunch of foolishness, man. Foolishness. It says, take heed therefore unto yourselves and to all the flock, over the which the Holy Spirit, the Rakah Quadash, hath made you overseers to feed the church of the Lord, which he hath purchased with his own blood. See, the Lord purchased this with his own blood. And this is some real stuff, man. See? What is that? I think that's Galatians 4. See? So this is why you gotta watch what you're teaching. You got a lot of, the Lord say he's not the author of confusion. He purchased this with his own blood shed. So if you're misteaching the Lord's sheep, that's a big punishment he got for you. Judgment. Galatians. This is not a game, man. This is serious business. Galatians. Whew. This is serious. It's heavy judgment coming, man. You got to make sure you're carrying the correct doctrine, the correct message, man. Salvation is for his people. See? This is what it boils down to. The Lord died for his people, Jacob, the Hebrew Israelites. The 12 lost tribes of Israel. This is who his people are. And he's coming to set up his kingdom right here on earth, right there in Jerusalem, and to restore his people back in their land. See? The real royal family. The world's going to be ran, everything's going to be ran in order and in righteousness, justice, forever, for eternity. This is what's coming, but the Lord, and he's coming back to destroy you other nations in your military, and you're going into captivity. The world is going to be ran in righteousness, man. This is Galatians. Galatians 4. Galatians 4:4, and it reads, it says, but when the fulfillment of the time was come. But when the fulfillment of the time was come, the Lord sent forth his Son, made of a woman, made under the law. See? Let me read that again, because the whole conception of, Mary was purified, man. See? That an angel came and impregnated her, and you know, Mary had sex with Joseph, man. But when the fulfillment of the time was come, the Lord sent forth his son, made of a woman, made under the law. It says 5. It said to redeem them that were under the law. See? To redeem them. Who's them? That were under the law, that we might receive the adoption of sons. See? So the Lord, who did he come to redeem? His people, the Israelites. The Hebrew Israelites, man. And you know, you got these you got Jake, man, that's carrying, they're not carrying that message. They're not telling their people this, man. And other you know, Jake likes to call their leaders these celebrities, you know, people in Esau's job force that are, you know, that got high positions, these politicians, and you know, that's somewhat somebody and got some money. They like to label them as their leaders. They like to label them as their leaders, man. A poor man's wisdom is despised. The Lord told you too, he did send forth all his prophets still unto this day. See? Still unto this day. He didn't send forth his prophets warning the people, his people. The Lord tell you, those that don't believe, you're going to perish in your non-belief, man. Woo, starting to get cold out here, boy. But to redeem his people. To redeem them that were under the law, that we might receive the adoption of sons. See? The Lord came back and shed his blood for his people. But we got, we got Israelite men in Israel teaching otherwise, man. And you're going off. Matter of fact, let me go here. What is that? Let me go to Sirach. What is this? That's why you got to count up the cost, man, coming into this this ministry, man. This is not, the Lord shed his blood. The Lord shed his blood for his people to redeem us. And then you got men of his people teaching otherwise. Let me go to Sirach. Sirach, let me go here, because you got to watch out for these false prophets and this false doctrine, man. You gotta watch who you're following. See, it says Sirach 4:27. It says, "Make not thyself an underling to a foolish man, neither accept the person of the mighty. See? You don't want to be an underling, man, to a foolish man. Because they tell you the blind shall lead the blind, and they both shall fall into a ditch. You don't want to be led to the slaughter, man. Make not thyself an underling to a foolish man, neither accept the person of the mighty. See? Neither accept the person of mighty. You know, and our people, they get so, you know, they go off, you know, looks and, you know, views and stuff like that. They get drawn into that. It looks nice. It looks and sounds nice. You gotta, just like at the beginning what I read, man, you got what the Lord said, blessed is he that readeth. Study to show thyself approved. You know, that you're well groomed into this truth. You got to be unmovable, unshakable. Paul just told you, take heed unto thyself, unto your flock, man. This is serious business. You got to watch who you're listening to and watch what you're following. You know, a diet isn't, when you know, it isn't just, you know, watching what you eat. That's what they teach you, you know, regular, man, in this world, that a diet is just, you know, just watching what you eat. Nah, man. A real diet, man, is watching what you eat, watching what you're doing, you know, watching what you're listening to. You know, you're just a total observation, examining things, man. All of that. It isn't just eating food, it is what you're listening to, who you are around. You know, you want to be well rooted, man. It says 28, it says strive for the truth unto death. Woo! This is what it's about, baby. This is what it's about. That's a cold scripture right there. It says strive for the truth unto death. And this is what you got to be doing in this end. You want to be striving for the truth. This truth, according to the gospel, is right here on earth, right here at Great Millstone, the house of David, the church of Berea. According to this gospel, you can't go no other place in the world but except right here, the Great Millstone. See, that's carrying the correct message. You know, fearing the Lord. You know, the Lord's true name, who His people are, who the enemies are. You know, faith, having faith. You know, period, man. Period. See? But you can't go no other place, man, but here at Great Millstone to get the whole 144% truth according to His gospel, according to the gospel, man. It's good news. But it says, strive for the truth unto death. See? See? You can't just be settled down and just, you know, just be a hearer. You have to do what the Lord say, man. You have to do what He say. The Lord told you, blessed is he that readeth. You got to study, read. You got to get into this. You got to dig deep. Search. Seek and ye shall find, man. Oh, Allah. Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, call Allah Yumla, Alahayana wa Abanawa, Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. It says, strive for the truth unto death, and the Lord shall fight for thee. And that's it. That's it. You can't weary in doing good, man. See? You can't weary in doing good. The Lord says, strive for the truth, man. And he gonna fight for you. This is why this is not a carnal battle, man. This is not a carnal fight. This is spiritual. It tell you in Psalm that our help is in the name of the Lord. The Lord, He's gonna fight for thee. See, He's gonna fight. This is His battle. All we got to do is continue to keep, striving for the truth. Doing right by what He say in this book, believing, and tell you in Psalm that the righteous shall flourish like a palm tree. And we know those palm trees. I can see it behind the palm trees behind, like it showed behind me. The palm trees, man, they in these different storms and typhoons and stuff, they're able to withstand all of that pressure. The palm tree is strong, man, and it's a symbol of victory. See? You, man, you gotta, and the Lord, He's going to, whatever snare and trap is being laid, He's gonna make a way. Call Allah, Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. He gonna make a way, man. Nothing is gonna stop His truth and His elect. Nothing. Every time there's a trap or a snare that's being laid for hope, Lord willing, I'm part of the Lord's elect. Lord willing. But every time there's a snare or a trap, the Lord gonna make a way for His elect, man. And you gotta really believe that. You gotta really believe that, man. You gotta watch in this end too, man. A lot of the different spies and agents and things like that. You really gotta be paying attention. But let me go here. Let me go here because the Lord says, strive for the truth unto death. And we're going to go through some things, man. We definitely we got to go through some things. Let me go here. What is that? This is not a carnal battle, man. This is a spiritual battle. Let me see. What was I gonna go to? Luke. Oh, matter of fact, that's what I was gonna go to. Sirach. Let me go back to that. Sirach. And as the title, as it reads, man, the global distress. Let me go to that. What is that? Sirach. I think that was Sirach 2. That I wanted to go to. Yeah. It says, strive for the truth unto death. But the distress is increasing. This is why it's a war on your mind. You got to have a sound mind in these times, man. And when you seeking the Lord, you're gonna go. You gotta go through this, man. You gotta go through the distress and through the trouble. Let me go here. Distress, suffering. This is where it's gonna go in the end here. How much can you take? See? How much can you withstand? Because it's a lot of bullshit that's going on. Esau dragging his feet, and he just trying to wear the people out, man. This is Sirach 2:1. Sirach 2:1, and it reads. It says, my son, if thou come to serve the Lord, see, prepare thy soul for temptation. See, this is why you got to count up the cost, man. The Lord purchased his blood. He spilled his flesh and blood, man, for his people. You got to get serious about seeking the Lord. You want to be delivered. This is not a game. This is not this ain't no NFL Sunday game. The Lord not playing, man. It says, my son, if thou come to serve the Lord, Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, prepare thy soul for temptation. Set thy heart aright and constantly endure. Constantly endure. Constantly endure. And make not haste in time of trouble. Constantly enduring everything, man. All of this stuff going on, you got to deal with it. You can't weary in doing good. Matter of fact, let me grab that real quick. And this is one of my favorite scriptures, man, because this is the spirit that you got to be in, man. Everything is to be expected. I'll come back to that. Let me go here. What is that? This is one of my favorite scriptures, man. Let me go here. And this is the Lord. This is Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. It says, Isaiah 53:7, and it reads, it says, he was oppressed. This is Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. Him spilling his blood and suffering for his people. And then we got Jake amongst our people. They're selling out, man. It says he was oppressed and he was afflicted. See? He was afflicted. Yet he opened not his mouth. Yet he opened not his mouth. He is brought as a lamb to the slaughter, and as a sheep before her shears is dumb. So he opened not his mouth. See? The Lord was oppressed and slaughtered, man. He is bloodshed for his people. This was all for his people. See? And we're going to see the Lord's, that body that was, that was highly, that was tortured and beaten, man. We're going to see that in the kingdom, man. See? They murdered the Savior, man. And tortured him. But the Father, Yahawah, brought him back from the dead, man. The only one to beat death. It said he was oppressed and afflicted. Brought as a sheep before the shears, man. And they just butcher up, cut up the the lamb, man. He you know, our suffering ain't got nothing on what the Lord went through, man. Our little affliction ain't nothing compared to what he went through. But yeah, he was oppressed, man, afflicted. So let me go back to Sirach. Where we at? I got a couple more and I'm gonna close out. I got a couple things I gotta run and do. The Lord willing, I come back with some more lessons, man. That's what you gotta keep your eye on the ball, man. You gotta stay. We walking that tight rope. We walking that tight rope, man. You gotta stay in this. The Lord said he coming back with a reward, man. Let me go right here. Sirach 2. Let me go back to it. It says, my son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. Shalom. It says, my son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. Set thy heart aright and constantly endure, and make not haste in time of trouble. See? Make not haste in time of trouble, man. You can't be putting this off, day to day, man. The time is now. See? The time is now to seek the Lord, because them windows of mercy are closing. And shit is getting ready to hit the fan. And you can't turn back. You didn't put your hand to the plow, and you didn't come in seeking the Lord. You can't weary in doing good. And whatever that you're going through, the Lord got you going through for a reason. It says 3, cleave unto him, who the Lord, and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased in thy last end. Woo! See? Because we're in the end here, man. We are in the end, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times. See? And the scripture tells you how much better is it to get wisdom than gold. See? How much better is it to get wisdom than gold? And rather knowledge than a choice of silver. Roughly paraphrasing it, man. It says 4. It says, whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully. See? Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient. And be patient when thou art changed to a low estate. You got to be patient. The endurance, the suffering, the affliction. A lot of our people, they can't take it. They want to try to fit in, and they want it on this side. They want it on this side, man. And you can't have one foot in the world and one foot in the truth. It don't work like that, man. You got to come all the way in or be all the way out. And serving the Lord, it comes with the affliction. The Lord said, they persecuted me, they gonna persecute you. Ain't no other way around to this, man. And that through much tribulation, we must enter into the kingdom. But it says 5. It says, for gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. Because the same way, and it's just poetic, it's symbolic to how the Lord, or how they, how gold is tried in the fire to purify. See, to purify, man, to see if it's real. This is why the Lord, He got us going through stuff, and we're being purified right now. Those real servants of the Lord, man, because those that ain't with the Lord right now, they may be living good and living sweet, but they about to go through it, man. Matter of fact, let me go here. Let me go here. See, and they got the Lord tell you that He gonna take the mirth from this place, man. They back there, them dudes back there playing that Christmas music, joyful, smoking. They ain't got they could be Jake. It look like it. But the Lord get ready to. This place is about to be one big giant haunted house. The terror and horror that's coming to this place, that the Lord is bringing to this place, throughout the world, but ultimately in this place, the U.S. All that music and dancing and having fun, all the time is winding down. We're approaching that hour of temptation. It ain't gonna be nothing funny out here. What is that, Luke? But the Lord said, you want to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. See? Because this whole geopolitical conflict and this global distress is bad right now. It's really bad. It's going to go from bad to worse to ugly. It's going to get ugly, and it's going to lead to war, World War III. This is what's coming, man. I think we're at the worst point right now. It's worse. We just about approaching that 2026 is about to be off the hook, man. We're entering Jacob's trouble. And the true servants, we got to stand stiffly, man, for the Lord. Bold for righteousness, man. What is that? Luke. Let me go here. Luke, I think that 21? Luke 21. We got to stand bold for the Lord in this time, because the Lord tell you that the deceiver and the deceived are both His. You can't be deceived in this end and just believing every single word somebody say. You're going to have to go and fact check and look for yourself. But it's going to get ugly. It's going to get so ugly. People, they're not going to be able to take this, all the distress and anguish and suffering that's going to come with this. But the Lord, He's going to make a way. We're going to have to see and go through some things. The real servants of the Lord tell you that the righteous, the elect shall scarcely make it. Yeah, we're going to have to go through this. We're being tried right now. But really, in this, when really shit really hits the fan, the Lord, you're going to see more powerful miracles come. The Lord really make a way for His servants. We got to deal with all the bullshit and chastisement dealing in the world with these people. They got spirits out here, all this fake food and I mean, it's just, you know, man on man, woman on woman. You know, all the witchcraft and sorcery all on television, all the lies, the deception. We got to deal with that, man. We got to endure, and we got to continue to seek the Lord. It says, what is that? Luke 21. Yeah, let me go here. I'll hop around in this. I'll hop around in this right here. It says, Luke 21 and 8. Luke 21 and 8, and it reads, it says, take heed that ye be not deceived, for many shall come in my name, saying, Lord, Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, and the time draweth near. Go ye not therefore after them. It says 9, it says, but when ye shall hear of wars and commotions, be not terrified, for these things must first come to pass. The end is not by and by. These things must come, they must come to pass, the Lord said, man. These things must come to pass. 25. 25, it says, and there shall be signs in the sun, and in the moon, and in the stars, and upon the earth, distress of nations with perplexity, the sea and the waves roaring. And yeah, there's signs in the heavens right now. You got the whole situation with that Atlas, that three-eyed Atlas, the interstellar object. You know, that's entered into you know, our solar system, and they're trying to say it's a comet, you know, and all this old other stuff, asteroid. And those interstellars, those come from different parts of the heavens, man. We know those are that's the Elohim in there, because the Lord tell you this is the curse to enter into the house of the thief. The chariots are coming, man. The Elohim, the angels, they're coming to this place. And the Lord is coming back with innumerable amount of chariots. And then, you know, to wage war against these other nations. Esau and these other nations, their military. We have the blood moon. There's another blood moon coming, what is that, March 2000, you know, March 226, 2026, they got another blood moon. These, you know, they got a supernova star that they've been saying that's gonna come and supposedly explode, and we'll be able to see it with the naked eye in the sky, man. You know, the signs in the heavens. And we see right here on the earth, man, the first heaven. We see all the commotion, the rumors of wars, the pestilence, you know, the violence, you know, people waxing worse, man. It's bad. It's getting bad, man. But the Lord said that this is not the end by and by. This ain't it yet. Because we know that micro seed is coming. It says, 26, it says, men's hearts failing them for fear and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth. For the powers of heaven shall be shaken. Let me go here. For the powers of heaven shall be shaken. You go to Matthew, the 24th chapter, Revelation. But let me go here, because this is the point. What is that? Is it Luke 20? Is it Luke 24? I think it's Luke 24. Let me go here. I'll close out with this. Salakia. Man, I need a new Bible. I got to get me a new Bible, man. My Bible falling apart. I'm missing pages and stuff. I can. Let me. I'll close out with these last. What is it Matthew? Might be Matthew. Matthew. Salakia, Akia. Oh, you know what it is? It's that's not it either. Damn. Salakia. I'll close out this. I can't find it right now. What is that, man? Oh, gosh. Salakia, Akia. Salakia. Bear with me. Bear with me. It might be Mark. That's what it might be. Salakia. Gotta continue to pray and watch, man, and endure. And we're approaching that hour of temptation. And there's only one way out of this, man. Is through that. We gotta go through the straight gate. Damn, am I missing my page? We gotta go through the straight gate. Let me go here. I'll close out with this. Just due to time consumed. Because we're going to be tried, man. Let me go here. Proverbs 7. This is one of my favorite scriptures, too. I'll close out with this. We got to go through the straight gate. And there's no other way to it. Proverbs. Proverbs 17:3. It says, Proverbs 17:3. It says, the finding pot is for silver, and the furnace for gold. But the Lord trieth the hearts, right? The finding pot is for silver, and the furnace for gold. But the Lord, He trieth the hearts, man. And this is what's going to have to take place. We are going to be tried in this time. We are going to be, it's symbolic, as the Lord, He would say, gold tried in the furnace to be purified, to see if it's real. All of this distress and anguish and suffering and conflict, we're going to have to go through it, man. And we're going to be tried like gold in the fire. And the Lord tried a heart, man. He tried a heart. He knows who's a part of his elect. Lord willing, I'm part of the hopeful elect, man. And we can't weary in doing good. There's only one way through this. And this is through the straight gate. Through the straight gate. It says one shall enter in one at a time. It's so narrow. It's so narrow. So I'll leave it there. Lord willing, I come back with another lesson. It's been a tough week. You know, endure, man. Have heart. Have heart. You know what I'm saying? You can't give up. We almost at the finish line, man. And continue to move closer to the Lord. Seek Him. Study. Read. And pray. Fast. So, in the name, Yahawah, Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, continue to exalt those names. There's power in those names. So, I'll leave it there, man. But I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Rakah, Quadash. Shalom, Israel.